It's blast time, it's past time. I take control, I'm cutting wires. Fight or flight, dynamite. With just a spark, I come alive. I don't wanna live in fear, no, I won't waste another year. Oh, it's blast time, the last time. Never go a hostage, exhausted. I'm riding on a razor's edge. The countdown begins now. This fire inside ain't burning out. I don't wanna live in fear, no. Detonating, staying clear. Oh, I defy it, I deny it, strike and light it. I ignite all the pain I take, 'cause I refuse to break. Whoa, get back when I ignite, 'cause they cannot move me. I know what I believe. Whoa, get back when I ignite, setting the world on fire, city a burning brighter, setting the world on fire. Get back when I ignite, all the pain I take, 'cause I refuse to break. Whoa, get back when I ignite. Detonate and stand clear. Detonate and stand clear. Ignite all the pain I take, 'cause I refuse to break. Whoa, get back when I ignite, 'cause they cannot move me. I know what I believe. Whoa, get back when I ignite.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to CRN's live coverage of the Core O'Reilly Series presented by simraces.com. And we are here at the Monster Mile Dover Motor Speedway. Going to play host tonight. The concrete 1 mile track can be very, very tricky for these drivers out here tonight in the O'Reilly Series, but we'll see what they can do. Drivers finishing up in the LCQ here. 25 drivers here tonight, so all 25 will make the field here tonight for the main event. 20 of them already advanced. The last five, the last five survivors. Really only last 2 survivors right now, as the heat race, even with only 5 cars, has proven to be a little tough here tonight. So hopefully all the drivers are ready for it and can figure it out, because no fast repairs here tonight. You wreck, you done. Carl Hammer joined in the booth by Jimmy Covert. Jimmy, I know you've been here at the Dover Motor Speedway, and it's a place where I definitely wouldn't mind going at some point in my lifetime. It puts on some pretty good racing, but it can be a little challenging in the car.
Yeah, I think it's a great track. It's 1 mile, 1 mile long, and nice high banking, high speed, but it can be tricky. Concrete surface there to rip up the tires and be a menace for the drivers. So, tonight is a little bit more of taking care of that car. They're gonna be out here for 100 laps with no fast repairs. So, they wreck it, they're done for the most part. They'll have to let the pit crew do the repairs as fast as they can, and that could be a couple minutes, it could be 15 or 30, depending on how bad, if they blow up the car, and it might not even get a chance to get fixed at all. So points can shift around here tonight for sure. Got a little smaller field here, but that's okay, because the drivers will have plenty of room and not have to worry about too much, but they are going to have to be careful and get out here and complete this thing. So they're finishing up the heat race here. We're just kind of null and void, but everybody's going to make it. But it's just going to be one of those races that there's going to. I think it's been a little while. We had the Super Speedway race, and then we had Watkins Glen. So finally back on the regular ovals, and the zero fast repair in effect. So we'll see if it calms people down, because or keeps them calmed down, I should say, and they'll be able to make it here for 100 laps. So I'm interested to see how things turn out, and looking for a great race.
Yeah, last week out at Watkins Glen, it was Jacob Grube taking down the win. Matthew Sager, Joey Cruz for the top 3, with Gilbert and Edwards rounding out the top 10. The drop races are in play, and you've seen the standings before, as Truskowski leads the Platinum division right now by 2 points over Alan Elwood. In the gold, it's Joe Sullivan by 5 over Joey Cruz. Silver, it is Matt Crockett by 10 over Michael Rakes. And then in the bronze, it is Luis Orduna by 5 over Terry Jansen. But overall leader in the points is Chris Gilbert, rookie that has 5 races in. This will be his official 5th race, since one of those 5 races was the road race. So this one will put him into his starting division, and by all means, it looks like he will be in the Platinum division, and be a tough one for Joe Truskowski to run down. But see the starting order up there on your screen. It is going to be Chris Gilbert on top of the boards, Aaron Edwards starting in second, Van Weston, Grube, and Cruz for your top 5, Bierman, Renner, Sullivan, Dillon, Emerson, and Lesh for your top 10. So we'll see who's got the hot shoe here tonight. But Jimmy, it's going to be a little crazy. It's going to be a little difficult here, even on the start of the race, restarts, start, cold tires. It is not easy getting the power down off of turn number 4 here at Dover.
No, it's 4 seems to be a little more tricky than 2. But you know, like I said, it's just that the drivers need to drive tonight and not to take too many chances early on. You know, or they're going to end up finishing last. And I'm sure that's sitting resonating with some drivers, and you got a lot of good drivers, you know, that probably pushed it during qualifying and are a little farther back. As you can see, you got Chris Gilbert is up front, but the likes of Joseph Truskowski all the way back in 15th. So anything can happen. So we'll see how these drivers handle each other and this track.
Base car is in. We turn it over to Barney for the green flag here tonight. Hopefully everybody can get the power down nice and smoothly as the green flag is out. We're racing here at Dover.
Yeah, racing at Dover 2 wide as they start cold tires. It does look like everybody's going to make it through turns 1 and then heading towards 2. But here comes up the first round of tricky number 4. As they make their way down the backstretch, and the leaders are through. And it does look like everybody is going to make it for lap number 1. So here early.
First sigh of relief.
First sigh of relief. And just to kind of, I'm hoping to see them single file out just a little bit, you know, to kind of get around there but here early. But we do still have some 2 wide as some of the pressure there right behind the 188 as they are 2 wide behind him. So probably everybody in front of him is pretty much single file. So but looking good so far, Carl, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's those first couple times getting out of turn number 2, especially getting out of turn number 4, you got to keep it off the wall. And now again with these drivers not having that fast repair to lean back on, any little scrape of the wall, you got to worry about a meatball popping up quickly, because they certainly do here with these cars. And you really got to you know, take your time on this one. It is a self-cleaning track, meaning that cars that wreck to the outside typically wash down the track, as right there Dylan Emerson scraping up into the wall a little bit. Doesn't lose too much momentum. Hopefully that car's not too hurt. Maybe not too hurt at all, because he goes to the inside here. Jake Grube out of turn number 4, going to make that pass. As you see the cars dancing a little bit.
Yeah, dancing around here just a little bit as they're trying to make the moves. And, you know, obviously I think they're being a little timid, trying to make sure they got the space here. And that's a good sign. And maybe, you know, allow some of them drivers to hold on to their tires a little bit longer. It's one of those tracks where you can rip up your tires pretty quickly within, you know, 5 to 10 laps. And, you know, once you pit, you know, it ends up being, you know, you can overwhelmingly tell as the drivers will be so much faster. And that's one thing we haven't talked about here yet, is that pit stop here at Dover. It's a unique one and can be a little challenging.
A little challenging. This is a 10 out of 10, Jimmy. This is, in my opinion, one of the hardest pit roads to get into. I mean, you can maybe throw Darlington up there. It's just because you're so far from the top that getting out of the bottom. But here at Dover, the high speeds, the high banking, and then you go right down to the flat apron. No time to get you know, get yourself acquainted with the apron, because the pit road starts right away. Those barrels are so inviting in the entry to pit lane, and you got to get the thing mowed down pretty quickly. So everything about it is just absolutely difficult. I mean, again, I'm not joking when I say, to me, this is a 10 out of 10 in difficulty. It is a very tough one to get in on green flag and really, you know, keep a lot of momentum by doing so. But right now, keep the momentum at the front. Couple of orange cars making Jimmy happy. Aaron Edwards leading the way. Chris Gilbert in second. Joey Cruz, Josh Van Weston, Ricky Renner for your top 5. Then you got Emerson, Sullivan, Bierman, Truskowski, and Chrisman for your top 10. Biggest mover of the race, one of the drivers that came through the last chance qualifier, as he had some force feedback issues, some mechanical issues, so I had to start with the bottom 5 there, but already made it through those drivers, and then somebody's up 7 spots after starting shotgun in the field. It's a 10 of Mac Rocket.
Yeah, Matt obviously having some technical issues. Hopefully he's got some force feedback. It's a weird feeling not to have it after having it for so long. I do know that a lot of, you know, the top oval guys out there that run for like the NASCAR stuff or the Road to Pro series or whatever, you know, a lot of them still use the older wheels, and you know, where it doesn't have like a ton of force feedback. So it definitely makes things interesting for sure. I was seeing Al Greeny back there weaving. I was watching Matt Crockett. Al Greeny had a rough heat race, so hopefully he was able to use that to bring it here to the race here tonight. But Aaron Edwards is our leader with Chris Gilbert, Joey Cruz, Josh Van Weston, Ricky Renner for your top 5.
Joe Sullivan, hard impact out of turn number 2. Somehow he kept it off of everybody that was around him, because he had quite a few cars around him, including Truskowski. Bierman was right there, Chrisman. They all make their way around. Definitely some damage to the front end of that number 1 car right now. And we actually talked to him a little bit before the race, and he said jokingly that everybody's scared of that number 1. Maybe he was calling a shot because that was the hardest impact I've seen so far into the wall. But he's still going out there, still clicking off some laps. Again, not going to be able to use a fast repair to get this thing repaired. Is now Flickinger looks to the inside to move Sullivan back to 14th. And the 01 of Travis Noble looking to the inside as well. And it's... you got to take as much damage as you can. I mean, it's almost kind of like an endurance race, Jimmy, where same thing. We don't have fast repairs in the endurance races, and you're just gonna kind of pick and choose your way through all of the damage that you may have to get repaired. As we got a 2-wide battle here coming off of 4, Geen on the inside, Orduna on the outside. We talk about Travis Noble, the 01, up to 14th right now. Actually, should I say back to 14th, as he started up there in 12th. Billy Ricketts started in 20th, and he's fallen back 1 spot here as the teammate there of Travis Noble. But so far, so good, as Aaron Edwards leads the way, but not really pulling away at only 0.2 of a second, and even less than that at the front, as you see the 451 of Chris Gilbert, points leader overall, not letting him go at all.
Yeah, I think you'll see a lot of this here. Obviously, just kind of keep it kosher and, you know, just knock out some of these laps. You know, already racking down some of them already, as we're on lap 17 of 100. So almost 20 laps in so far, and drivers, you know, probably starting to feel them tires. Either they feel good because they took their time, or if they pushed it too hard, now the car is going to feel super tight, and coming out of them corners is going to be even more difficult. So, you know, it's who's taking care of tires here tonight in order to kind of stretch this thing out. And the fact that you know, the biggest thing we've seen was kind of Joe Sullivan slapping the wall and a few loose cars coming out of the corner, but everybody's been holding it together here so far. A few people moving around. It looks like Groob and Rakes battling it out back and forth there. And then you got some battling back with Billy Rickett as well, back in 19th.
And you hear how much the drivers are really having to work the throttles, work the steering wheels here. You're using all your senses here. I mean, you're braking, you're accelerating, you're working the throttle, you're trying to keep that thing off of other cars, as Lesh had to really keep it down there off of Rakes, off the corner. As now it looks like we got Richie Bradshaw in the pits, first car down in the pit lane. Not sure if it was due to some incidents or not, but it's on lap number 20 as Lesh scrapes the wall there a little bit coming out of the corner. But I mean, all in all, Jimmy, I think maybe the drivers, got a little bit extra practice in for this week. Maybe they're just happy to be back on quote unquote normal oval and not not Talladega, not the road course. They're just happy to be back out here. But certainly, I think the no faster pair is in the back of the minds as well, because Dover, Miles, he's hungry and he will absolutely chew you up and spit you out very quickly and end your night very quickly as well. And looks like Bradshaw maybe just an early pit stop here, 15-second pit stop. He's down and away, but at the front, Aaron Edwards now starting to stretch his legs here a little bit. 1.2-second lead out front. Battle for fourth position as Renner tries to look to the inside of Van Weston.
Yeah, trying to make the move, and obviously, just got to take time, and, it's early, so, show it when you got it, try to attempt it, but coming up on a lap car, had to back out and go to the high side in order to get another run there on Van Weston. So, and this is what we were kind of talking about, obviously, I think Ricky had a heads up of a slower car and knew that he needed to back out, and wasn't going to quite get it there on that one. And now, like, Van Weston's been showing and giving him pretty much that inside line, and Ricky just can't hold it down there and get on the throttle. But this time here, gets at least side by side here. You might get this pass done coming off of turn number 4 as they cross the start-finish line, and Truskowski is going to take advantage of Van Weston being to that high side as well and move number 59 up to 5th spot, up 9 spots now.
Yeah, Van Weston goes down 2 positions in the blink of an eye there, and basically just turn 1 and 2. Truskowski, like Jimmy mentioned, up 9 spots after starting back there in 14th as Bradshaw gets into the wall there a little bit, checks up the field, but it looks like everyone able to get around right now. Dylan Emerson and now Jacob Grube looking to the inside as a little bit of damage to that 203. He's going to back out of it right now, but some good racing. All in all, we've seen plenty of 2-wide racing. It seems like, though, you really have to work that pass. You have to make sure you get enough of a line, because it's not a track where you can just easily kind of keep it down off the corners. Especially out of 4, you almost have to drift up a little bit in between 3 and 4 so you can angle it down off the corner, kind of akin to Darlington when you're coming out of turn number 2. You have to really be working the car down a little bit, so that way when it gets a little tight and slides up the track, you're not sliding right up into that wall. That's what will happen here in turn 2 a little bit, but especially in turn number 4 right here. It just seems like it levels off a little bit more on the front stretch. You see Bierman into the wall. Now it's going to open the lane here for Jake Lesh on the inside. He's going to go ahead and make that pass, move himself back up into 12th. But again, biggest movers of the race. Truskowski is up 9 positions. Rakes and Flickinger both up 5 positions in 10th and 11th, and then Billy Rickett, we mentioned him earlier, was down 1 position. He's bounced back. He is now up 6 positions, up into 14th. Just trying to get that number 7 wound up here and move himself up towards the top 10. But should be coming up on maybe some pit stops here coming up pretty soon. We're getting close to a third of the way through this race. I expect this thing to maybe be a 2 pit stop race. And the way these drivers are doing a good job running green flags, may see that pit stop here pretty soon. That's where I think the chaos is really, unfortunately, going to come into play because of how crazy it is. And not sure what happened there to Flick here. I think he just blinked out a little bit. As a couple of cars maybe blinking out a little, but still keeping this thing green, Jimmy, as we are completing lap number 28 and heading to 29.
Yeah, the drivers continue to, run that single file, take the opportunities when they can, or take advantage when somebody makes a mistake. And, that's kind of what it's about. If you're not fast and, or, you're just as fast as somebody else, or somebody's used their tires up more than you, you can find yourself, with better grip, better entry and exits, and eventually get by. But we're starting to wind things out. I do think that pit stops are going to make or break a lot of drivers here tonight. Carl says this is a 10 out of 10. I don't know if I deem it a 10 out of 10. I never really thought Dover to be a very hard pit entry to be for myself, but I know it can be difficult. It is an interesting entry, and how much time and space they got to come down off that speedway with all this high speed, but I think that's where you're going to see it for the most. And the drivers are going to either come in not all together, but you'll see patches of them come in, and then maybe some staying out hoping that a caution will happen at the pit entry or something, and they'll be able to get a lap up on some of these drivers. You know, so right now we still have 22 cars on the lead lap as Aaron Edwards is, you know, picking them up and knocking them down as he has just gotten around Harris, and now Matt Crockett in the pits here early. So lap number 33, bringing that number 10 in.
Yeah, he's been slipping back through the field here a little bit. Not sure if it's that he burned up his tires a little bit early, trying to get up through the field, or maybe just trying to still work with the mechanical issues that he's dealing with. As that got close there off the corner with I think it was Bradshaw and Flickinger, but they keep it pointing in the right direction. Now we got a battle here for the top 5. Crispin to the inside of Truskowski, and gets a good run through 3 and 4. He's going to be able to make that pass. Truskowski's going to try the crossover move. Gets a good run out of the corner, and that's what the top lane can do for you at Dover. You can get a really good run down off the corner and make that crossover pass. But it looks like Crispin's going to be able to keep it wound up here on the backstretch. Holds on for the time being, but now Truskowski is going to stay to the inside here. We'll see if Crispin can hold it coming out of turn number 4, because this is where it gets tight real quick. But as you see on the right-hand side, you might have seen it, pit road starting to get a little busy here as we see Flickinger, Noble, Rickett, Harris in to the pits.
Yeah, a few drivers decide to pit early, knowing that they're going to have to stop, more than once. So you can see there, Truskowski down there on the flats and trying to get it slowed down. Looking for, see if he got anything. No black flag as of right now for Truskowski. So able to bring that number 59 down into the pits here, and it's a long pit road, just waiting as everybody's flying on by the outside. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some cars actually go more than 1 lap down, even hit 2. And if you had a bad pit entry, you could go 3. And as we talk about it, there is Trivedi and Lesh wrecking. So yeah, some of these drivers are going to be stuck back there, like the likes of Flickinger and Rickett and Noble, Crockett, Harris.
Hold that thought, Jimmy, as we've got a incident here with Allegrini, as he's got a meatball. We'll look back and see what happened on this one. It's going to bring out a caution right as we were kind of in the middle of the pit cycle, and this is going to catch some drivers out and really harm some of their races coming into the pits early. But we'll take a look back and see what happened here to Allegrini.
Yeah, I caught it at the corner of my eye as I was watching Truskowski in the pits. So, but Truskowski already, only 1 lap down, because they were able to slow up. So he should be able to get that wave around and be at the back of the pack, but, almost to the point where, he was stuck. So I think the only one that might make out on this is maybe Harris. So see who gets that lucky dog for sure.
You see the incident right there as Lesh and Allegrini come together. Lesh gets some damage out of that one as well. And we'll see if he can get back into the mix of this thing. Allegrini with a meatball flag on this one. So his night may not be over, but it's going to take some damage repair to get that thing fixed up. We'll get you back live here and show you the pit stops, which are fully in effect right now. Looks like Brody Harris electing not to come in this time, so we'll see if he's going to come in next time. Maybe he just wants to stay and get a lap led. We'll take a look at the exit here of pit road as Aaron Edwards led him into the pits. I would think, Jimmy, I don't think there's any question here. You need 4 tires.
Yeah, I'm taking 4 tires, free pit stop at the right time. So they're at 40. They're almost at 40 laps, and there's not going to be anybody that can make it the rest of the way. That's for sure. But they are going to have to take 1 more stop, and nobody. I think the next time around, people are going to maybe think about it. But Allegrini with the meatball flag, so probably won't make it back out for quite some time. Does look like Jake Lesh has put the 51 on the hauler here tonight and called it quits. As I seen over there, that he was manually disconnected. So Tough break there for Jake Glesh. Yeah, so there's 2 spots down, 23 cars still on track. Does look like we still have currently have 17 cars on the lead lap, Truskowski being the last of those 17 cars. So just happened to be in a spot to at least, you know, they'll get all the wave around right there in front of Edwards and Gilbert. So they'll get going and come back around. But yeah, some of these cars got lucky, and some did not. But a lot of drivers are now either 1 lap down or right to the back end of the tail end of the lead lap. Now, some of these drivers obviously staying out to trying to get some laps back or a lap back. They came out. They're in here on lap number 34. So their tires aren't as new, so they're going to be, possibly could be a little bit slower. Or maybe their tires are heated up just enough where they can take off and start mingling up with the rest of the field. But it's still have 50 or 60 laps remaining here tonight, and they still got to finish this thing. So it's going to take some strategy and some patience and get to work for those drivers that are 1 lap down.
I want to take a second there because it looked like the field was going to get caught up, so we extended the yellow for 1 more lap here, just to make sure nobody was coming full throttle at the field and causing any more issues. But either way, it is going to be Aaron Edwards, Chris Gilbert on the front row, Cruz, Renner, Chrisman for your top 5. Then you got Emerson, Rakes, Bierman, Gainey, and Halford for your top 10. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. If you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe. Get you in touch with everything that CRN has to offer, as we have got a doubleheader coming up tomorrow night, CSRL and Pit Road Speed Limit Racing, and then the doubleheader on Thursday with VVR and the Core GT Series. One thing I got to say, Jimmy, no matter what was scaring the drivers or making them drive cautiously or just racing smart here, pretty much first 40 laps caution free. They made it just about to lap 40 before the caution came out here. So I got to give it to them. I think this was a pretty good start considering how tough Dover can be.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty decent start, and it took, a third of the race before the first major incident to happen. It's pretty good. Accidents happen all the time, even in real life, and it's how you come back from those incidents and to get a decent finish. But those drivers are obviously out because the damage was a little hard. So we're gonna get back going to green here very soon as the green flag drops now, as Aaron Edwards leads the way with Gilbert down into turn number 1.
Yeah, but on board showing you the restart from some of these drivers and how hectic it can be here, but a good job. And you hear, just hopping aboard here with Truskowski, how much he's utilizing that throttle and on and off the gas quite a bit here, and now rocking the high line there, running around some of these drivers as Truskowski looking to try and drive his way back up through the field. He's got a new set of tires just like everybody else, but really putting them to use here as Bradshaw kind of slides up in front of him. He's going to drop down to the inside lap car there. Bradshaw maybe scares Grube a little bit, and Van Westen and a few others, but they're going to work their way around. Looks like Matt Crockett back out there as well. But as you see on the timing and scoring, we do only have 17 cars left on the lead lap. Not sure how much repairs the one was able to get on that pit stop there, but it does look like it's quite a bit cleaner. But up front, Aaron Edwards leads the way. It is Joey Cruz now up into second place. Not sure if he's got his trusty dusty Stoneman spotter up there helping him here tonight, but either way, a good race here so far for the 28. Your gold driver there in second. Jason Chrisman is having a really good race here in the 54 as well, and seen him battling earlier with Truskowski. He's got that thing up into the 4th spot right now, up 7 spots, so a good start for him. Michael Rakes, another one that is on a few different CRN broadcasts here. He's got the 016 up into 7th position. He's up 8 spots. Big mover of the race right now, though, Chase Halford. I believe he was one of the drivers that was back there in the last chance qualifier and started back there in 23rd position. He's up to 9th So inside the top 10 here, up 14 spots early on. So definitely some movers and shakers. Going the other way, unfortunately, Jacob Group started up there in 4th. He's back in 14th spot right now, down 10 spots. And Josh Van West has started in 3rd. He is back 12 spots in 15th. So apparently starting the second row, Jimmy, here tonight wasn't a good thing to do.
Yeah, they might have been some of them drivers that were caught in the pits when the caution came out, and I believe so. Yes, they are. Because Groove and Van Westen are both were in on lap number 37, along with Truskowski was in on lap 36. So there were a few of the cars that got the wave around, but had to start at the back. So running up front now, not so clean air, as the drivers got grouped back up here for one time, and you can see how chaotic it gets until they get kind of strung out again. But right now, everybody doing a pretty good job. Battles pretty much throughout the field. Front, the top 4 though, they're all within. They're very close. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm kind of bouncing around to all different battles here because they're all over the track right now. And you see now a battle for 16th to 17th. So Sullivan and Brody Harris, as Harris gets into it with the 10 of Matt Crockett,
Oof.
and that I would think, I was going to say it should be a caution. Yeah, he's going to drift down the track there, and he has got a meatball. That was a pretty heavy impact. It's going to bring out another caution here. We'll take a look back and watch that one more time. You see all the way at the top of the track, and not sure if he realized that Matt Crockett was there. Kind of looks like the 72 maybe gets a little bit loose there. And
Blown motor too.
And yeah, it looked like he got down there, and Crockett maybe tried to straighten him out there a little bit, but unfortunately between that and maybe a little overcorrection sends the 72 up into the wall. Heavy impact for the 72 of Harris, and blown motor. That is most likely going to be the night for the 72 here, as you see drifted back up on the track, and it got a little scary here, a little sketchy, but luckily there was nobody else coming. Bradshaw took the correct move there, went to the high side as Harris drifted back down at the track, and again will most likely be the night. But now it gets a little interesting because we get you back live here, and you see kind of a split field, Jimmy. About half the cars coming into the pits, maybe 2/3 of the cars coming into the pits, but we definitely have some drivers staying out. Joey Cruz going to stay out, Dylan Emerson, Ricky Renner, Chase Halford, to name a few drivers staying out. Looks like Billy Ricketts going to get the wave around, get himself back onto the lead lap. So pretty interesting here. The top 2 rows now are going to be drivers with slightly used tires. I mean, it hasn't been that long since the restart here. I mean, they pit on lap number 39, so it's been some laps, and I'm sure they'll feel it throughout the rest of the race. But maybe planning on the second half of this race, getting a few more cautions and playing a bit of a strategy here, because they only have a couple sets of tires. Or actually, sorry, they do have unlimited sets of tires, but I think it's more the track position that's trying to play right now, and so far it's
track position. And I'm wondering if they can. That'd be interesting to see if they could go all the way. There was a lot of drivers that came in, and I'm wondering if they're close to the window of being able to stay out for that amount of time. And the reason that drivers were coming in there at lap number 40, 39-40 was well, they came in because Kasha came out, but I think they could have stayed out just a little bit more. I don't think they could hit 50 laps, but they're under 50 laps now, Carl. I mean, and some of these are cautions, so there could be possibly, a fuel strategy going on here, as far as and track position. These drivers are, they were up front for a reason. They're fast, so they should be able to kind of work their way around here. But if they could save fuel and make it the rest of the way, unless a caution comes out, where a majority of the field comes in and they're the last one there, then I mean, that is what it is. But I think just a strategy call. The leader went in, and so I'm sure behind them there's like, well, leader's going in, I'm going in.
Well, we're gonna see how.
Some people don't have a plan; they just follow the leader.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, and that's sometimes not a bad thing to just follow the leader if you're not sure what to do on your plan. But we're gonna get this thing back underway again. Joey Cruz, Dylan Emerson on the front row. We've seen both of them up in the top 5 pretty much all night here. Now we'll see what they do with some clean air at the front. Cruz is going to be the control car, but keep an eye on these cars on this restart again. We haven't seen issues yet, knock on wood, but Miles the Monster sits right outside turn number 4. He's ready to snatch anybody that tries to jump on that throttle a little bit too hard. We set over to Barney here once again. Watch them come off of turn number 4. Cruz back on the loud pedal. We're back to racing here at Dover, and there you go. You see a couple of cars jumping around here, and somehow we get this thing going and clean-ish. Looked like Michael Rakes was one of them that certainly had a bit of a rough start there, but we'll get him onto the backstretch. This thing is still green, as I called it, Jimmy. I mean, it's very tough to get the power down on these restarts, and that's what you seen right there. Looked like Rakes spun the wheels a little bit, got up into the outside wall. Not sure if it was anything around him. I just seen that car there. Maybe it was somebody checking up a front or whatever the case was, but either way, Cruz in front, Emerson, Chrisman, Renner, and Bierman for your top 5. And then Truskowski, Edwards, Gilbert, Rakes, and Grube for your top 10.
Yeah, I think Chase Alfred either he checked up or spun it, I think, or spun the tires, but able to keep it straight. And that's
wide.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I think that was a smart move by the 65. Unfortunately for Edwards, he wanted to try and get 2 for 1 there, and unfortunately he's going to lose a spot to Gilbert, as Gilbert took advantage of the checkup there out of the corner, and wow, that got close between the 451 and 55 off of that corner as well. It's not go time just yet, but we are past the halfway point, Jimmy. I think it's go time for a little Love to Hear It.
Love to hear it.
Sights and sounds of the Core O'Reilly series presented by simraces.com. I want to thank them as well as Kim Scups and more for everything that they do here for the series, as we've got a good one here tonight. Taking a look at the battle for second. It was the battle for the lead for most of this race. That's Aaron Edwards in the 65 and Chris Gilbert in the 451. But they are chasing the 54 of Jason Crispin. Now the question is, are any of these drivers doing any kind of fuel saving? Looks like going to battle here is Edwards and Gilbert, so I'm not sure if they're fuel saving. Maybe they're just swapping here and going to try and save some more. Already seeing some pit stops by a few other drivers. Bierman, Jansen, Rickett, Orduna, and Harris in the pits right now. Renner and Emerson already came into the pits, as did Bradshaw, but still plenty of drivers yet to come in. Talking with Jimmy during the little break here, and I personally don't think any of these drivers can make it to the end. I think everyone has to pit one more time, but right now the top 14 drivers have yet to come down and make that final pit stop.
Yeah, still waiting to see if they're gonna have to come in. iRacing, I see Jacob Krug coming in there. He was in at lap 52, so you know, one of many that need to come in. Do see that the 134, the Steve Harris ended up getting a black flag. Exiting, I think, pit road.
Indeed, yes. Yep, yeah, it was exiting because he's going to have to come back in now with the 134. But this is going to be the money stop for everybody. So this is where you're going to try and get everything you can on the way in and on the way out. You see Harris down there on the inside. He's going to have to bring that 134 back into the pits. Crispin coming into the pits as well. Your leader down onto the apron into pit lane. That's going to give the lead over to Chris Gilbert, with Aaron Edwards right there in second. Zane Bierman already made his pit stop, so he's battling to try and get his lap back here the hard way. That's why you see the 55, a ton of speed here. Is he going to play into this one I think he went to go to the inside, but the 451 had plans to come into the pits. You see Ricky Renner in the 53 also down, not on the lead lap, working their way around, but here comes Chris Gilbert into the pits with Truskowski behind him as well. Aaron Edwards stays out in the 65, as does Van Weston and Rakes. And this is where maybe you take a gamble. Maybe a caution comes out again. It happened during the first green flag cycle. This is going to be the last pit stop of the night for the drivers, as we got 18 laps to go. We'll see if the 65 is going to stay out at least another lap.
Yeah, staying out another lap, really kind of stretching this one here out. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe just a fuel and go or two tires. I would not be surprised at all from the 65. The race that I was here personally, I watched, it was Ricky Rudd, just took fuel, and Bill Elliott ended up taking 4 tires, was really tracking down Ricky Rudd, but was not able to catch him. So I can see it happening here tonight. You know, somebody pulling a tire strategy here late, but those drivers that came in are making up time on that number 65 right now as we speak.
Yeah, it looks like Aaron Edwards going plenty slow right now compared to the drivers that have tires, but now I'm wondering, I don't think there's any way he can save it all the way to the end, but he's pretty far off pace right now, about 0.7 of a second off pace. I mean, you know, when you stretch it out for the whole race, you can give up quite a bit of time because you're going down a lap or two, depending on where you are on the track when you're coming in and making a pit stop. And right now, we're still seeing the top 8 drivers have yet to come in and make that final pit stop. The first driver out with the pit stop already done is Joe Truskowski. And trying to see where Chris Gilbert, for some reason, lost a ton of time. Not sure where that was. It might have been the little mix-up there on the backstretch and got just a poor entry. But he lost about 6 seconds just to Joe Truskowski. So Truskowski right now in 9th. First car that is good to go for sure on fuel. The top 8 still most likely will have to come in. And you see, you know, quite a bit of that top 8. You got half of them on the lead lap, half of them not. Aaron Edwards right now still leads it, and he's still staying out, as is Van Weston, Rakes, Gainey, Sullivan. Your top 5, Flickiger, Crockett, Noble, Truskowski, and Crispin for your top 10. It's been a good one here tonight, Jimmy.
Yeah, finally, obviously the drivers have to watch themselves just a little bit and take care of their car and get things done here tonight. And right now, there's a few drivers trying to stretch it out and I think some of these drivers are going to go for it here and try to make it. And, look at Matt Crockett start towards the back, up 18 spots in P number 7. So if he can hang on to it here, he could, net himself a good top 10 finish here from starting in the back here at Dover, which is pretty amazing. So, it's just things like that can make or break, the season as far as points go, and put you in a better spot for that championship.
As it stands right now, next time by, it's going to be 10 laps to go, and it's really all in the hands and maybe, I guess, more aptly in the feet of Aaron Edwards here. If he can try and save enough to get this thing to the end, essentially, he's got a little bit over a 1-lap lead, because, again, right now, Truskowski is the first one that is, good to go on fuel. He's got to battle himself right here with Chrisman off the corner as he tries to block the inside. Chrisman dives to the inside. This very well could be the battle for the win of the race. If not, it could be a battle for a good finishing spot here, as they're still side by side off the corner. But you see, they are, both still a lap down from Aaron Edwards. So, he can save a lap worth of fuel to get this thing to the end, as Chrisman makes the pass and now tries to block the inside. Now we got some lap cars coming into play, and a little bit of a pick move here as we go 3 wide. Van Westen stays high. Now Flickinger comes into play as well. They're 3 wide off the corner. Chrisman's going to stay in it on the outside and take the spot.
Yeah, and hopefully that's not the. Oh no, they got enough fuel. I was like, maybe hopefully that's not the move that get the fuel. But you can see him right now, just getting by the 65, getting a lap back.
There you go. It is 8 laps to go. Some of the drivers starting to unlap themselves, but they got to go a full length around the track to get to the 65 right now. And not to mention, he's not the only one. Right now, the top 5 cars have yet to come in for that final pit stop. We're losing a couple here and there, but still Edwards, Van Westen, Rakes, Sullivan, and Gainey have not pit since lap number 52. So trying to stretch this thing out. Edwards is your leader right now, but this is the lead changing now. Van Westen to the outside is going to take the lead away from the 65. Is he good to go on fuel? He's running pretty hard here and maybe trying to stretch out a little bit of a lead and then try and coast to the end, as Bierman now to the inside to unlap himself. Rakes right behind him. Man, all kinds of things going on here at Dover, as Gainey now right in front of Truskowski is one of the drivers that stayed out here. Already got passed by Chrisman, now gets passed by Truskowski. So Chrisman back into the top 5. Next car up is Joe Sullivan, about 2.7 seconds ahead. But Jimmy, time's running out. 5 laps to go here at Dover, and it is Van Westen leading the way. He's been running that high line. It uses more fuel up there, but somehow he's got the lead. But now, here comes the 65 coming back at him. I'm wondering if maybe Edwards got that car into the feel-good spot here to make this thing to the end. He takes the lead back.
He might, a little push here, a little push there, try to pick up the pace and make sure that those drivers behind don't get that spot. And you can see the likes of Joe Sullivan in that one. In P number 4, so just how well fuel saving can work for you, and you able to do it correctly. And some of these drivers really kind of putting the hammer down. Probably second guessing whether they can make it that far. But like I said, it was pretty far, into the race, lap 52, and they've gone green the whole time. So I'm really kind of surprised. Want to be surprised if they end up a little bit short. There's a lot of drivers trying to get by.
Oh, and there's a wreck on the backstretch.
And caution with 3 laps to go.
That is going to put things on its head for sure, and that is probably not going to help the 65 or the 120 or the 21 here at all. I mean, this is going to make them come into the pits, because we're going overtime, Jimmy. I don't think there's any way they had enough fuel in there to make it to the end plus overtime. Unfortunately, looks like Grube tried to go 3 wide there off the corner and ended up being the recipient of a meatball flag because of it. We'll take a look back and see what happened here. You see the 65 and 21 battling for the lead, but also battling to try and save fuel. The 188 there of Grube tries to go to the inside, and then you see 3 wide off the corner with Renner, and I think Renner drifted up a little bit. The 188 maybe drifting down, trying to stay off the 21, get together, and ends up being a heavy impact here for the 188. And then that shot right there, big net code with the 53 sending him
Yeah,
around. But
after the after contact net code, yeah, that was pretty
yeah,
explosive.
yeah, that's pretty
But here,
amazingly bad. But
but here comes the
188 bikes a
60.
bag.
Yeah, here comes the 65-21, kind of coming down. Christmas going to come in. Sullivan's going to come in. They're going to take them new tires. Carl, obviously, has a few drivers that might stay out. It does look like Gilbert and Trzaskowski are going to stay out, but all the leaders in the pits. So, it's Edwards is still going to have that chance, and there's going to be 18 lap difference. So good luck to Gilbert and Trzaskowski holding on to the top two spots as Edwards and Van Westen, Sullivan, Cruz, Bierman. A lot of them drivers that are coming in will have fresh tires and ready to get back out there. So see how this thing works. Even I could even see somebody taking two tires, but it does look like Trzaskowski or Edwards is going to come out in front of Chrisman.
It looks like Chrisman and Rakes elected to take two tires, as does Bierman, to maybe get some track position. But Edwards does take 4 tires on this one.
Yep.
So we'll see if that 65 can work his way around and get himself to the point and get himself a second win on the season, or if it's going to be Gilbert taking a second win. And certainly don't count out really anyone that is up there on the lead lap now, because last restart at Dover, I know you want to try and tiptoe on these restarts to get the power down, but now it's green-white checker time, and you got to imagine some of these drivers maybe going to be a little bit more antsy to get on that loud pedal, and they only got a couple green-white checkered attempts here. This very well could play into the hands of Gilbert, and this thing could end under caution. So, I mean, anything could really happen here yet, but up to this point, it's been a fantastic race, and it's all in part to these drivers doing a fantastic job out here tonight. We've had 3 or 4 cautions, but for Dover and the way this this series kind of started off the season, this has been a great race for these drivers. So right now it's going to be Gilbert, Trzaskowski on the front row, Aaron Edwards, Jason Chrisman on the second row, Michael Rakes rounding out your top 5 with Cruz, Bierman, Van Westen, Sullivan, and Emerson for the top 10. Rickett is going to be the recipient of the Lucky Dog, which is going to make it 11 cars on the lead lap, as he's going to actually move up to 10th with Emerson coming into the pits. But this is the money restart here for all the drivers, at least money restart number 1, as we'll see how this thing plays out. Gilbert is your control car. Pace car is in. It's time for overtime at Dover.
It's going to be interesting to see how these drivers handle this here. Is what is going on to the outside here? Still trying to get in position here.
Not sure what happened on that one, but we are green, and already to the outside, Aaron Edwards takes the lead. 65 not wasting any time to get around, and it is going to be now a battle for second place off the final corner, and we are going to be green, so the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Everyone chasing the 65. Gilbert in second still, but here comes Chrisman diving down to the inside. Great pass right there. Bierman now works around Trzaskowski. Can he have any kind of shot to get to the 451? Doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Aaron Edwards off of turn number 4. Strategy played out nicely. The 65 gets the second win for himself on the season. Chrisman, great run for the silver driver coming home in second. Gilbert, great drive and a good job staying out there, kind of playing his strategy to the best of his ability at the end. He comes home in third. Bierman, Trzaskowski for your top 5. Then you got Cruz, Rakes, Sullivan, Emerson, and Rickett for the top 10. Jimmy, this was a good Dover race. This is pretty much everything you could ask for in a Dover race, and then some. We got some strategy, we got some late race caution, we got a little overtime action, and the 65 gets to do the dance on the front stretch.
Yeah, the last restart was kind of hectic, pretty much from 8th or 9th place back. But I don't know what happened. I've seen some cars shifting around. Whether they weren't in place, and iRacing takes a minute sometimes to kind of tell you where to be, and you pass one car, you got to go to the next car. It doesn't tell you move to P number, up to the 3rd row or something. But But yeah, I think overall the race was fantastic. To see the drivers kind of come out here and take their time, give each other space. We've seen some strategy happening, and obviously caution always throws out for a loop, especially at the end. And seen Edwards, pretty dominant, pretty much all evening long, able to get a great finish. Our biggest movers of the race is a tie between Billy Rickett in 10th and Chase Halford up in 13th. So Chase came from the last chance qualifier. We know that everybody made it here tonight, but it's still he had to come through that back part of the field to finish in P number 13. So great run, I think, for a lot of drivers, and there's maybe some a little bit disappointing. But this is a difficult track, and they did a fantastic job with what they had. No fast repairs.
Yeah, and really, a lot of drivers still finishing up the race and still doing a good job. So, congrats again to everyone out there, and what I consider a fantastic race for the field. I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in tonight. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe, get you in touch with everything that CRN has to offer. But we'll get some drivers here for their interviews and get this thing all done and dusted. But a great one here tonight. And we got to see, I think, a pretty good finish here as well. I want to thank our sponsors, simraces.com and Kim's Cups and more, as we'll get some interviews here. Just waiting for a few of the drivers to pop in here. Looks like we got some already. So we'll go ahead and rewind this thing back here a smidge. And
A smidge.
yeah, just a smidge. And we'll go ahead and get our third place finisher here tonight, and it's going to be the 451 of Chris Gilbert. Chris, you had a great race, and you and Aaron certainly doing plenty of battling here once again tonight. And it looked like you had to play maybe a different strategy there on that last restart. You decided to stay out, gives you the lead, gives you the control here on the restart. Were you kind of hoping for this thing to end under caution, or did you think maybe you had enough tires to kind of hold them off? Chris, if you're talking, we can't hear you. We'll try.
Can you hear me?
Yep, there we go. There he is.
Okay, sorry about that.
All good.
So, I still don't really know what my decision was there. I'm split. You saw me start to go in the pits and bail out. I was hoping enough cars would stay out with me and maybe I'd be able to hold them off, but obviously that's not how it worked out.
Well, I mean, all in all, I know it's not the win that you probably wanted. You started this thing on the pole, and you had a bunch of laps right up there at the front, and you looked like one of the cars to beat here tonight. But Dover can chew you up and spit you out really quickly. I mean, Miles the Monster is always hungry when you come here. So to survive here at Dover, to come home with a podium, you still got to feel pretty good.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy. I mean, the race me and Aaron had was a blast. I'm sure you guys saw us bowling our way through the field after the first yellow. It was just fun overall. Like everybody drove great. Everybody did a great job.
Well, only a couple races left in the season. Next week, you guys head to Charlotte Motor Speedway. So, what are your thoughts on the track that's probably the most famous here on iRacing, since it's a free one for everybody?
Honestly, it's one I kind of struggle at. I struggle on 3 and 4 there, so I'm gonna have to figure that out this week, and it's gonna be a fun race. It's gonna be a lot of passing opportunity. It's gonna be a battle, so it'll be good.
Well, if it's anything like this one, I'm definitely looking forward to it for sure. Well, congrats on the third place here tonight. Before we let you go, who do you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
I want to thank you, Carl and Jimmy, for putting on this broadcast, putting on this league, and my teammates, Jake Brewer, Jason Pan, for kind of helping me out every single week and getting better.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats again on the third place here tonight. We'll let you celebrate. We'll see you next week at Charlotte.
All right, thank you.
That's your third place finisher here tonight, Chris Gilbert, and the 451. Second place here tonight, and really had a fantastic race all night long, the 54 of Jason Chrisman.
Hey, Jason, Jimmy and Carl, open the booth. You got me.
I got y'all. Sorry, my mic's a little messed.
Well, no, it sounds fine to me. But one heck of a race here tonight. Obviously, a tough track, tough pit entry, and kind of came down to where some drivers are thinking about fuel strategy. So Give us a little rundown of how your race went for you and what made it successful for tonight.
Well, in practice, we didn't really feel that good. I was running about 18th best lap, and I was not really certain. I noticed that my long run speeds were really good. I was just hoping for that in the race. Qualifying and qualified mid pack, wasn't expecting much. During the race, we just slowly made our way up, slowly held track position. It was just patience was the big name of the game tonight. There were a few things that threw a wrench in some of the strategy, like that caution in the middle of the race that opened the door for a lot of people to differ around, choose different things. We took two whenever everyone else took four on one of the cautions, and Joey and a couple others stay out up front. And that's really what gave me the launch to be out front and lead all those laps. But that was just an awesome race. Aaron deserved that one on that last pit. I took two, he took four. We started side by side. It was just a game of who could get out there and get it done quick.
Yeah, not much time, at least to give you the opportunity to get up there and give you the shot. But, you walk away here with a great finish here tonight. And again, we wanted to recognize that, say congratulations, and give you some time for any shots you might have in that car.
Yeah, thank you guys. Like I always say, anytime up in this booth, you guys put on a hell of a show every week. This is my first time being interviewed in the core series. Happy about that. Happy to get a good finish and being here. Looking forward for more every week. I feel like we have the speed to contend up front. I feel like we have the speed to stay up there. I get in my own way sometimes. Sometimes it's just circumstances. But yeah, this league in the past few weeks has really grown from the start of it. It was a little bit of a messy start. I was still sticking through it because I know you guys put on awesome races, and tonight was one of the best ones I've been a part of. You guys, you don't understand how much I love Dover. Dover's such a tricky track. It brings out the best in everybody. Thank you to anybody that's watching this. I know my best friend Xander, he watches these. Looking forward to carrying the speed in next week and hope to see y'all again.
I really appreciate the shouts, and go out there and enjoy this one. Next week, you'll be back out there, and we'll hopefully get to talk to you again. So we'll let you go celebrate with your friends and family.
Yep, y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir.
That is your second place finisher here tonight, the 54 of Jason Chrisman, and top spot in the silver class. It's a great run for a silver driver at any track to finish up there in the top three, but especially here at Dover. And even Zane Bierman in the 55, which is what he should be. Unfortunately, my mistake that I still have him in the number 69, but he is the 55, and he'll be corrected for next week. But either way, I mean, he comes home in fourth place as well. A great finish for another silver driver. But top spot. Top spot here tonight is going to go to the 65 of Aaron Edwards. Aaron, it looked like no matter what, you had the right strategy. It looked like you were going to maybe make that thing to the end. I'm assuming you had a heck of a battle there between you and Van Westen as to who could be the fastest, well, who could also be the slowest and save fuel.
Yeah, you say that, but I was probably a lap to a half a lap short there. So, and we were talking, and he seemed to be half a lap to the good. So, I don't know. He probably gets it there if it goes green. But I'm gonna be honest. The Sim Shop Unified Potential Delta Sport Twitter Supra was the car to beat. I don't think it was particularly close, especially on the long run. We trimmed her out for clean air and put it on the dash and just tried to keep it up front, maintain track position. The one time we didn't do that, it got a little sketchy. So next time we'll just try to keep it up front some more.
Well, it was fun to watch for sure, and you got a heck of a jump there on the final restart, and it looked like any kind of tire advantage here tonight was just absolutely huge. I mean, you only had, I want to say, like a 16, 17 lap difference on tires, but man, I think if you had 5 lap difference on tires, you could see it.
Yeah, it's hard to say. With a heat cycle, you could probably stay out there on 5 to 10, but north of 12 there with Gilbert and all those guys that got caught out by that caution. I think they were probably just in a really vulnerable spot, especially since they didn't have like gap cars. Their biggest thing was they didn't have cars between them and us who come down there and pit and put tires on that green white. So yeah, no, I mean restarts have always been trouble of mine. So it's good to finally get one from a restart executing there. So that was really cool.
Well, congrats on now your second win on the season, and I'm assuming with the races you had so far, I'm not sure if this is your fifth race on the ovals or not, but I'm assuming once you get those 5 races in, probably be up there with the platinum drivers here before the end of the season. So congrats on another win here tonight. Before we let you go, who do you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, just thanks all the sponsors. Thank Adult Sport team, awesome team. The rest of the guys couldn't be here tonight. They all kind of washed out, but hopefully we'll get them all on track next week at Charlotte, I believe, and that'll be fun. Just thanks to Sim Shop, Sim Racing Setups, Sud Speed, and Unified Potential. All the guys, appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next week.
All right, buddy. Congrats again. We'll see you at Charlotte. That is your winner here, the 65 of Aaron Edwards, getting it done here. We got a couple more interviews. If I can get my, there we go. So wake up here, and first we're gonna go to our 6th place finisher overall, top gold driver, this 28 of Joey Cruz.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Jimmy,
Sorry.
Jimmy, we got you.
Yeah, it
there we
would
go.
help if I unmuted my
Yeah,
mic.
there you go.
I'm
Yeah.
talking. I'm like,
Yeah, Jimmy, I think you gotta unmute there, buddy.
yeah, pretty much. Obviously, you ran up front all night tonight, and you've been doing great all season. I've been pulling for you each and every week. Definitely seen the change, and it shows by the point standings. Of course, been you get that the top gold finish here tonight. Maybe not in on the podium here, but you definitely been shown a great improvement throughout the seasons, I should say. And it's good to see you up there. So give us a little rundown of your night, man, and what led you to a fantastic run here at Dover.
Well, first off, I want to say I felt like this night definitely should have been a top 3 easy, but I felt like I was still making some of those same mistakes that I've been doing early on in my career. Core here towards the end was getting way too impatient and gave myself some damage on that last lap there when I could have probably had 5th or 4th. But we had a good run going in the first half, just trying to stay on pace with the 65 and the 451 because I know those guys, they're pretty good. So I was able to match pace with the 65 then and there, so I was feeling pretty confident there. But then I think once that caution came around, like lap 50-ish, 54, it just fell apart because I should have pitted, but I didn't. I'm without a crew chief for tonight, so I had to trust my instincts. So I don't know, man. Just my instincts, I guess, not top notch. If I
well,
with
hold on a
that
second.
happening.
I got to jump in here for a second. You led laps this week, correct?
Well, yes, I
Did,
I led
did you
laps today.
did you lead laps last week?
Actually, no, I didn't.
There you go. The crew chief sucks. I mean, you can tell Jack I said it. Hey, you don't need a crew chief to lead a lap.
That is true, but I'm just hoping I could lead the last one because I'm up here leading laps, but just not getting it done. Like it's right there, but it's just I'm knocking on the door, but it just hasn't been there. I mean, I'm glad that the pace has, definitely gone up. I'm really happy about that because I think when I first ran this track here, uh, for the first time in this league, I was like barely cracking the top 15, and now the fact I'm running in the top 10, top 3 up with the leaders, I'm really oh, sorry, been having a cough the last few days, but that should have, I'm really glad that, just the pace has been a lot better. I've made a lot of improvements, so I'll give myself credit for that. It's just I need to fix out a lot of these kinks and these small mistakes that I've been making because, had I probably pit lap 50 or something and stayed on the same strategy as Aaron, probably could have been up there for the win easily. Because I knew I could definitely take him. Like, I was there with him the whole race, so I knew I could have been there with him for the end. But, again, kind of happy with the top 10, but just knowing I could have done better stings a little bit. Because, when the bar is up there, like, since the bar to go win is now attainable, and now the fact that the overall championship is also within reach, I want to set that bar for myself and try to reach that. And when I keep making these mistakes like that just snowball into bigger and bigger consequences, then I got to do something different. I got to keep performing better. I got to keep practicing hard for this because I can't keep making mistakes like this over and over again when it could cost me in the end. So, again, good result, but again, with those small mistakes, gotta buff them out for sure.
Yeah, eventually you'll get them buffed out. Hopefully you'll get all things all spun up here. But yeah, fantastic run, and you talked about the points, and finishing first overall for the gold is definitely where you wanted to be. So
Oh,
at least
absolutely.
that's a plus. So again, congratulations on your run here tonight. We'll let you go celebrate this one with your friends and family.
Awesome. Yeah, if I would like to take a moment to thank, again,
Oh
my
yeah.
dad and my friend.
That too.
Hey man, I can't I
Come
can't
on,
leave
Jimmy.
now without I can't leave now without saying thanks to my loved ones now. Come on now. I ain't gonna be that guy. But I know my dad is watching, so hey dad, what's up? Could have been better tonight, but again, we're getting there. To my friends back home watching, thank you again too. And hey, even my geometry teacher, freaking Mr. Allen, if he's still watching this, what's up, man? Top 10. But
No,
hopefully
no
we'll be
homework
getting a win
tomorrow.
soon for y'all.
He's hoping for no homework.
Yeah, no homework tomorrow.
Anyways.
Well, I'm graduated, so I don't gotta
Oh,
get homework.
there you go. There you go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well,
How about this, Mr. Allen? If I win, make the next test open notes. How about that?
There we go. There we go.
Well, I think we can make that deal. But thank you guys. Good to be up here in the booth again.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate the shout outs, man. And sorry for almost cutting you short, but we'll let you go
You're good.
celebrate this one with your friends and family.
All right, thank you guys. You have a good one. Tell
Yes,
the booth
sir.
I said hi.
Will do. That is your 6th place finisher tonight, the top gold driver here in the 28 of Joey Cruz. Last interview we'll get to here tonight is going to be the driver of the number 3, Luis Orduna, coming home in 12th place, picking up the bronze top spot here tonight. Luis, it's certainly it's been a great battle watching you and Terry just go back and forth for who's going to finish higher in the bronze each week. But I mean, you guys are kind of tickling with the top 10s here as well. I mean, just out of the top 10 here tonight, finishing in 12th is not exactly something to sneeze at here at a track like Dover.
Yeah, I don't. I've been enjoying racing Terry. I think the same would go for both of us. I just got to say he had me beat at this track. He should have been in here, but I don't know. It's really fun chasing him down. I thought I don't know what to say about the top 10 part. Like I came in, I honestly didn't practice as much as I would have liked to, and then qualified towards the back, and then I just kind of like snaked my way towards the front, and then towards the end, I was chasing Terry as hard as I could. I don't know if anyone heard I was doing the Jaws theme over the radio.
Well, it worked out no matter what you were doing out there, and you end up coming home in 12th place here tonight. It was a good race by just about everyone out there, and for me, I think Dover is a 10 out of 10, and when it comes to difficulty, when it comes to the pit road. How did you fare getting in and off of pit road here tonight?
I'm gonna be honest. I only had one green flag pit stop. I think I managed to extend my fuel on that first run. I think I still had 5 laps to go on fuel, and I was like, you know what, I got to bring it in. The tires aren't feeling well. And then the caution came out, so that wasn't I don't know why I was bringing that one up. The green flag stop came at the very end. I don't know. I just brought it to the bottom. I think I locked it up sliding into the pits, but I've practiced pit entry so much at like every track, it just kind of comes second nature now.
Well, it's good to
And
hear somebody's finally listening to us and actually practicing pit stops, because you're more apt to gain or lose time on pit stops in any race than you are to do it on track. It's a huge part of it, and it's good to hear that you're getting out there and practicing. It paid off. You only had one green flag pit stop, doesn't matter. Paid off, got you the top bronze spot here tonight. So congrats on the 12th place here. Before we let you go, who do you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
First, I want to thank God, and I want to shout out my parents, Los Amo. Thank you for watching the Men of Action, XCOM. I want to thank Grattan and the Grattan Cup Series. I don't know how many of them are watching, but I know they watch. The Ponzo Racing family, and that's about it. That's all I have.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats again on the top spot here in the bronze. We'll let you go celebrate. We'll see you next week at Charlotte.
Thank you. Hopefully, hopefully it goes well. Oh, also, one last thing.
Yep.
Everyone in the Discord who helped me with my electrical issues. Thank you.
Yes, that helps. That helps for sure.
Yeah.
That is your top finishing bronze driver here tonight. The 3 of Luis Orduna getting it home tonight in 12th spot. Jimmy, before we shut this thing down here, I want to set this up here a little bit. We got 3 races left in the season. Obviously, we're still waiting for a couple of the rookie drivers like Gilbert and Edwards to graduate out of the rookie class and most likely go into the platinum. They both finished ahead of Truskowski here tonight, so that sets up the platinum division as it is. Sullivan here tonight finished behind Joey Cruz. So Sullivan finished in 8th position with Cruz finishing in 6th. So that's going to tighten up those points. There were only 5 points in between them to begin with. In the silver, Crockett came in 10 ahead of Rakes, 18 ahead of Chrisman. Rakes finished in 7th, and Chrisman finished in 2nd. And then Crockett finished back there in 19th. So that points battle is going to be mighty tight. And then in the bronze, Orduna came in 5 points ahead of Jansen. Jansen looked like he was going to have the better finish here tonight. Orduna maybe stretches out that lead a little bit in the bronze, but still extremely tight. So all 4 points are going to be pretty epic here for the final 3.
Yeah, I think the points battle, obviously, with the people kind of dropping in and out, and whether they weren't willing to stick around for things to get ironed out, or they'll be back because it's that time of year. A lot of kids are graduating. I have a kid graduating this week, so things have been busy. Matter of fact, I gotta go pick him up here in a few minutes from work. But it's definitely been an interesting season, one for the books for sure, and it's going to be an interesting fight to the finish here for this season.
Well, that is going to do it here tonight for another race here in the Core O'Reilly Series presented by simraces.com. It was definitely a good one here at Dover. Next week, we head to Charlotte Motor Speedway for race number 8, and we'll see who's got the hot shoe there to get it done. I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, get you in touch with everything that CRN has to offer. For myself and Jimmy from the Monster Mile, we'll see you at the track.
Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The whining and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Head about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I won't believe it, underdog dreaming, don't need your tears, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the Royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I won't believe it, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears, world's gonna say every day. Gonna make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Home belated, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Home belated, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Their dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Home belated, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line. Every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line. Every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Home belated, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes Their dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I'm believing, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I'm believing, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I'm believing, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I'm believing, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Unbelieving, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Unbelieving, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Their dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Unbelieving, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line. Every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line. Every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Unbelieving, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All overlated, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears. World's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All overlated, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All overlated, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears. World's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All overlated, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. And about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. Don't need your cheers, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the Royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. And about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the Royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. every day, every day. Gonna make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All related, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All related, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Their dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All related, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line. Every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line. Every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All related, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the Royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Their dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the Royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. All believe it, underdog dreaming. the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Power belated, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter, who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Power belated, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Power belated, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Power belated, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter, who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Power belated, underdog dreaming, don't finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Unbelieving, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Unbelieving, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Unbelieving, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Unbelieving, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I believe it, underdog dreaming, don't need your tears, world's gotta say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I believe it, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears, world's gotta say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I believe it, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears, world's gotta say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I believe it, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears, world's gotta say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I believe it, underdog dreaming, don't finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Overbelated, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Overbelated, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Overbelated, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Overbelated, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Air about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I won't believe it, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I won't believe it, underdog dreaming, don't need no cheers, world's gonna say it. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line.